Quiet, you bleeding hound. Be quiet, you
Do something with that mutt, Henry. It's doing my head in.
Mutt! What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you that hungry?
Henry.
All right, I'll see what I can get for you. Here, Mutt!
Well then, Henry.
Aye, come here.
Well then, Henry. Henry. Oh, that was a tight thing with the captain, eh?
I got the feeling you'd lost your tongue.
Just for a moment. But true enough. That bastard surprised me a bit.
Well, that's what I'm here for. To deal with that kind of stuff.
And I must say, that was pretty good for your first action as leader of my bodyguard. Let's see if you keep it up. But we managed the situation all right in the end. He even apologised to us. If Hanosh had seen it, maybe he'd finally stop treating me like a child, eh?
Well, I don't know. When I look at you, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Kiss my arse. And by the way, since you're here, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh? Eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armour on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
So, should we start?
Do you think we're going to fight with our cocks? Put on your helmet and armour, grab a practice sword and come along.
Can we start with the swordplay?
Where's your armour? Put it on first, yeah?
Can we start with the sword play?
You've got your armor. Good. I won't hold back. Did you deal with that dog of yours? I wouldn't want him gobbling up our supper while we're training.
Ah, don't worry. Oates is cooking up that gruel again, that... Well, not even a dog would eat.
I never knew you were such a gourmet. All right, let's go. A bit of sword play will give you an appetite. Let's start. Draw your sword.
Hang on. This time, let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impress me. Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence. Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Now save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard. Good. That's the way. Nice. Good. Good.
That's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
You're doing great, Henry. Pretty good. Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready. Strike back after the block. Good, Henry. Nice. Well, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered. Where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right. Come on then. No. That way I can block you easily. Nice. Well,
excellent, Sir Hans.
That's not what you meant to do, is it? Don't hack at my sword. Strike somewhere else.
Sir Hans, something.
Got around that nicely, Henry.
Nice work, Henry. Oh, nice, Henry. All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
To hell with wagers.
Oh, afraid are you? You know how it'll end. But suit yourself. We'll fight without a wager. Let's go. First hit. All square again. Well done.
Come on, Henry.
And another. And another. Weren't expecting that, were you?
He's nearly done it.
Nice technique. You do that.
How do you do it?
Go for it.
Ow! Kurwa! Fuck me!
That's what I thought, mate.
Fuck me!
Nearly gone in.
You knocked the stuffing out of me. I yield! Enough! Oh, for fuck's sake, you're unstoppable! It's just as well we didn't have a wager on it. Woo! Oh, let's go and eat. I need to sit down for a bit after that exertion.
So who won, gentlemen?
Well, it's not my day. Drinks in the tavern will be on me, so I hope you'll go easy on me. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
I won back then too, as I recall. You had to give me your bow.
You were unbelievably lucky, beating me after just one day of training. True, I wasn't in my best form that day. We had a drink or two beforehand.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies? Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
And I had to drag you out of that tavern before everyone pounced on us.
And he had his work cut out. You wasn't having it much.
Now, if you was able to court the lasses like me, maybe she wouldn't have started screeching.
I can't say I'm surprised. Just imagine it, fellas. You're a fair maiden. Your lovely locks falling on your shoulders. No thought of wickedness. And then Tankard's fat head appears before you with his crooked mouth. And he says, "Where's the shit, oh my pretty?"
I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry?
Hmm?
You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
She's my sweetheart. And that's all I'll tell you.
Ah, don't be such a monk. Out with it.
Ah, forget it, you horny goat. This discussion is over.
You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our Lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
In the camp, with you lot. It was Conrad's turn to gather wood, and I wasn't hungry yet. So I stretched out for a bit by the horses.
Oh, yeah? Where? You didn't see it?
I was going for wood.
It was getting dark. I reckon he just overlooked me.
You gave me a nasty shock when you came out of the darkness. You're as quiet as a mouse, and that's the truth.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
I've already told you all I know. Von Berghoff is a very important nobleman, the Royal Chamberlain. He administers the country for the king, collects taxes. It's like this. There's the king, then him, then a very big gap, and then me. And we are envoys sent to offer him an alliance.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
The sword is the weapon of a master. Balanced, fast, and suitable for all situations. Of course, you have to train with it and try to improve your technique, but the result is worth it.
Aye, I get it. It was just a training fight. Pardon me.
Oh, swords, swords, swords. No doubt you're going to tell us again how the perfidious Ishvan Toth stole your sword. And I thought you'd come round to thinking about other things.
And that sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
Ah, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Ishvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise we'll be here for hours again hearing how Martin the Smith raised him even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who help me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won, so Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning.
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Let's go and strip, Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe here, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
Yeah, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages. So, here, I intend to live a little. Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief. I feel like I've just shed 40 pounds.
Ah, Christ. Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
There's more chance of me becoming a monk.
That's a view fit for a king.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on. Oh, that really shrivels the old ballsack.
What's the matter?
Females! Let's go to them.
Sir Hans!
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
Hans!
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer. Follow me. Carefully. No sudden moves. Don't give us away. Hear that singing? They must be close. Hear that? Do you think they might be bathing? Come on, let's get closer.